onto your mat for a moment. Bringing your knees into your chest, you're gonna bring your arms down to like a low V and just slowly rock side to side just a little bit to kind of wake up. Bring a little bit of breath into the body. And just notice how each time you come back to the center that you choose to go over to the other side, kind of bringing your awareness to the opposite side body. Great, let's do one more full time here. Inhaling to one side and then exhaling to the other. Great, soles of your feet are gonna come right back down. We're gonna bring our palms up this time. You're gonna reach the palms all the way up, kind of tapping at the middle with the palms facing each other. And you're gonna bring your arms all the way behind you, still continually melting your spine. So again, we're not looking to arch. I really want you to keep the whole back on the floor. And then exhale the arms up. Okay, 2 more times. So the aim here is to keep the shoulders continuously melting down the back and using that breath to move the arms back up. Cool, last time here. Great, from here, take another deep inhale and then slowly peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, just a little bit, reaching here. Great, inhaling the arms all the way up. If you can come behind the ears, by all means go for it. Exhale, squeeze and return. You're bringing a little bit more range of motion here. And just noticing where things might be getting stuck. Anything feels tight, just allow that breath to kind of loosen it up for a moment. Great, take another deep inhale. I want you to move the right leg and the left leg, a tiny bit further away. Take another inhale here, and then you're gonna slowly peel yourself all the way up. Arms come all the way up. Great, so you're inhaling the arms behind you again, shoulders down, exhale, engage the core, reach. Good, 2 more. And last time here. Awesomeness. Arms come nice and long. We're gonna slowly start to curl down to the lower back, following your head, neck, and shoulders towards the belly. Take another inhale here, and then exhale, lengthen up all the way. Good, now you're gonna hinge back for me instead of curling, finding a nice little open chest feeling. And you're gonna start pushing down with the arms as the right leg comes out, and then come back to the center. And then we're gonna kick the left, pushing down with the arms coming back to the center. Great, take another inhale and sit up super tall. Try that again. Inhale, sitting up tall first. Exhale, engaging the core, curling down just to the lower back, finding that hold position first. Inhaling again, and then exhaling, slowly coming on back. So bringing again that feeling of like, what does a hinge feel like versus a curl? So you're pushing away with the right and then pushing away with the left. Now remember, the space around you is always pretty thick, so it's always a little bit harder than just working with normal air. Sitting up really tall here. And then exhaling again, curling down to the lower back, just bringing a bit more space into the spine, shoulders melting down. Feeling those heels still digging into the ground. Take another inhale. And then exhale, peel up. Good. Inhaling, healing back. Exhale, hold. So pushing down with the arms, stretching up the right. Exhale, back to the center. And then over here on the left. Good. Take another inhale, sit up a tiny bit taller, and then exhale, peel up. Great, we're gonna roll down to the tips of our shoulder blades this time, finding our way a little bit lower, reaching, continually reaching, and then bringing your hands behind your head. As you bring the right heel in, you're gonna flex up the left leg right away. Great, slowly bringing that left leg, pushing it down for me, and then reaching it all the way up just to the height of the knee. And then you're gonna push the toes down and bring it back up. So each time you move, you're alternating a kick versus a point. Great, and let's combine that breath together. So we're inhaling the kick down, exhale, weaving those ribs. Great, 2 more. Now remember what's happening with the shoulders, right? We just worked on keeping them down the back. So we're continually feeling how they can reach downwards, not necessarily upwards. Good, your last full breath here. And then reweave all the way back. Super, the left heel comes down, stretching up the right. Come up a tiny bit higher if you can. And let's push down with the right on the inhale, and then push down with the point on the exhale. So inhale, kick, exhale, point. And you can also feel how the articulation through your feet, right? Like make the foot have a nice experience. So how often do you really stretch out your feet, right? So we're trying to take this moment to just feel what the feet can do as well. And that left side is super stable, so nothing is actually shifting here. Good, last full time. And all the way out. Great, both heels come back into the ground. Take a deep breath. Release your hands for me and then slowly lower down on 3, 2, 1, bringing the arms all the way behind you. Great, let's float the right knee into the chest as the arms come all the way down, and then slowly stretch the leg up. Good, now you're gonna circle the arms all the way around, head, neck, and shoulders come up, and hold. Great, slowly lower back down, put the foot back down on the floor. Let's try that again. Inhaling, stretch. That was not right, but that's okay. Exhale, circle the arms around. Now it's right. Coming all the way up and holding. Good, take another inhale and slowly lower back down. Now this feels right. Inhale, push and stretch. Exhale, circle the arms behind you. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up. And exhale, hold. Cool, take another inhale and then slowly lower down, bending. Last time here. Inhale, push. Exhale, hold. Great. Inhale, circle those arms around. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up. Inhale, hold. And then exhale, lower down. Great. Let's switch the feet so the right foot is flexed, pointing the left toes. Inhale, pushing on up and stretching. Exhale, circle the arms around. Now remember, each time we move, we're using the breath for a moment to either hold or move. And you can notice how each side feels slightly different. You can bring the reach a little bit further this time. Inhaling the head, neck, and shoulders up, and exhale, hold. Great, slowly lowering down. Inhaling here. Exhale, push. Inhale, regather your breath. Exhale, circle around. Great, inhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up. Exhale, hold. Inhale again, and exhale, lower. Good, one more time. And remember, this coordination sometimes looks different, sometimes feels different. It's all good, right? The stress is not there with coordination. It's just challenging your brain for a moment and lowering back down. Great, both knees come into that tabletop position for me, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale and exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up and we peel. Great. So you're slowly gonna start pulsing the arms, but I want you to actually rotate. So you're pushing down with the palms and then up with the palms. Now, if at any point you feel like you need to support your neck, please do so. If you feel like you want to make a little bit more space so that the arms actually go out to the side, go for it as well. We're gonna start moving the legs with us. Let's do this. So you're gonna tap down with the right and come back to the center. Inhale, tap with the left, exhale back. Good, 4 more times just with a gentle bend in the knee. And noticing how your fingers get a nice little stretch, right? We're not doing like half-assed hands. I want like super active arms, super active hands. And really utilize that breath. Feeling how the tailbone is nice and grounded into the mat. Nothing's happening here. Last full set. And last one here. Great, let's take a quick break for the arms. Hands go behind your head. And you're gonna slowly reach out the right and then slowly reach out the left. So you're still stabilizing that upper body. There's no twist happening yet. We're inhaling one leg, exhaling the other. And you see how high you can come up. Now remember, high is not super high. If you notice that you're like super low looking up at the ceiling, that's okay. Just see if you can gaze at the belly. And when you notice you can come up a little bit higher, then go for it. Inhaling, breathe. Exhale out. Good. 2 more. Last time here. Excellent. Soles of your feet come back towards the center. Take another breath. And then you're going to bring your hands one last time here. And again, start reaching the arms. Great. So we're going to keep the left leg where it is at the moment, and we're just going to work with that right leg. So when your arms come out, you're going to lower the right leg along the floor and then come on back. Just the right leg. Lowering it down and coming back. Now, that may mean that you're a little bit higher. If you're too low, you're going to whack the floor. So ideally, we're trying to stay hovered along the floor. And if you feel like you need to touch it, by all means do it. If you feel like you need to support your head, please do it. Inhaling, reach, exhale, come back. Good. 2 more. Last time here. Great, everyone. We're gonna hang out here for a moment. Bring your hands behind your head and you're gonna flex and point, articulating for 5, 4, 3, 2, isn't this lovely? Back to the center, take a deep breath. Good. If you need to put your head, neck, and shoulders down, go for it. Open up the chest. And yes, one more time. Take another smiley inhale. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up when we reach. Great. So again, let's start with the sensation of opening up the arms. Seeing how the shoulders can get a little bit more mobility. Here we go with the left. So stretching it out slow and coming on back. And again, that coordination between opening and stretching together. So if you notice that your arms are working differently than mine, it's all good. But work with your breath and that slow, steady, consistent pace. Good, 3 more. And you'll notice how this may get easier, may get more challenging, and whatever that is, it simply is. Don't forget to smile. Good. Last time, holding here, hands come behind your head 5 times. Inhaling, flex and point. Inhaling, flex it out. 3, 2, last time 1. Super knees come in towards the center, soles of your feet come down. Let's release our hands, walk up to say hi to the knees, and then slowly melt down. 3, 2, 1. Good, put the soles of your feet together. Bring your arms a little bit higher and then kind of walk for your imaginary rope, just stretching out the side body, stretching out the belly for a moment. Cool. Let's bring the feet back towards the center. I want you to take 1 step at the right, 1 step at the left. Inhaling the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, and now we're coming on up to our nice tall seated position. Remember, if you need to walk yourself up at any point, do it. So we're gonna hinge back for a moment, shoulders down, feeling the reach. And then we're gonna bring the arms nice and close, almost like we had weights here, but we don't. So we're twisting towards the left, punching with the right, and then coming on back to the center. If you feel like you wanna kind of have an extended finger, by all means. You can also keep your fingers up the whole time. So just kind of play around with like which hand position feels good for you. You can also change it each time as well. So you're inhaling, reaching, exhale back. So you notice how you can expand and then kind of come back to yourself. And that hinge back, remember, is at a hinge where you feel like you can hold it. If your back is starting to speak to you, please come up a little bit higher. If you feel like, what, you know what, I can go back a tiny bit more, give it a try. Good, last full set. All the way here. All right, take a deep breath, release the fingers, and lift up the feet. Fantastic, let's try again. This time when you twist to the left, I want you to stretch up the right leg and come on back. Now, if you again say that this is not where you're at this current moment, that's totally fine. Just put the feet on the floor and then just stretch up from there. Inhaling, reach and twist, exhale back. Good, 2 more. Isn't this lovely? I'm gonna keep saying that because I feel lovely. The wind is blowing, the skies are blue, and we're here and we're moving. Good, last full set. And last one here. Super, feet on the floor, reaching the arms up, and then let's sit up nice and tall for a moment. Good. You're gonna bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your upper body to melt forward and just kind of wiggle out just a tiny bit. And then slowly roll up, stacking your spine on 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so while we're in this comfortable position, we're gonna get uncomfortable. I want everyone's feet on the outside of your mat. Hands go behind you, fingertips forward facing, open up the chest. And you're gonna bring your knees towards the right. So your upper body is still forward facing. I know this feels weird, but we're working on our hips today. Your left foot stays grounded. You're slowly gonna push up with the left knee and exhale back. Now, we're not facing this way, right? Everyone's forward facing, chest open. You're inhaling the left knee up, exhale down. So think about using the entire range of motion, excuse me, from your hip all the way through your knee. So it's not putting pressure on your knee. You're just allowing for this entire lift to happen with your side body, with your hip, with your thigh, with your bum. See if you can twist a tiny bit more forward. 2 more here. And then last time. Great, take another deep breath. Slowly come back to the center, and guess what? Let's go to the other side. So your knees are now gently flopping to the left. If you notice yourself sinking, please give yourself a little bit more space, twist a little bit forward, shoulders down. And here we go, you're lifting the right knee and coming on down. Now again, the range of motion is happening with the entire area here. You still want to engage that right oblique to support this move. So you're inhaling, lifting, exhale back. Good, 4 more. Feeling the expansion through the rib cage on the inhale. Weave those ribs back together for the exhale. 2 more. Last time here. Awesome. Slowly come back to the center. Take a deep breath. You're gonna bring your hands 1 step further back, opening wide, keeping your feet nice and wide. You're gonna slowly lift up your hips just a little bit. Cool. From here, you're gonna lift up the left foot, weave the left foot underneath the right, bring the left hip down, and then slowly come back to the center, over to the other side. Shift your weight minimally so that you can just float the right leg off the floor. Bring the right leg underneath the left, tap that right hip down, and come back to the center. Let's try that a few more times. So you're shifting your weight just enough to float the opposite leg off of the floor, weaving, twisting, tapping, and coming on back. Now this is not about like a crazy burning sensation, right? Not every move is about the burn. This is about the lift, the control, the gentle shift of your body weight, and noticing how much you can move. If you just focus like a tiny bit more, you're like, okay, now I'm on my left foot. And then you can bring that right foot so much more easily underneath. Good, 1 more time on each side. So shifting the weight, left foot comes underneath the right, twisting at the hips, coming back. Last time, right underneath the left, and coming on back. Great, let's walk the feet a tiny bit closer together. Lift up a little bit more, and you're gonna slowly stretch as you bring your hips underneath and hold. Good, take another inhale. And then exhale, slowly bringing your hips just a little bit forward, opening up your chest. Now remember, I don't care how much you do this. If you have to sit in between, do it. But see if you can engage the core to open up and lift. Good, 3 more. And this is that opportunity to see how much can I bring that inner strength from the inside to lift up my bum a tiny bit more off the floor. Opening up the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, engage. Cool, last time here. And all the way up. Fantastic, coming all the way back to the center. Let's release the right arm for a moment and the left. And then slowly roll down again to the tips of our shoulder blades on 3, 2, 1, bringing both knees in towards you. Cool, we're gonna grab a hold of the right leg wherever you can, and you're gonna bring the left leg all the way out. Great, so we're stabilizing here. Remember, if you feel like you need to support your head instead, go for it. You're gonna bring this left leg a little bit to the outside, hovering along the floor, and then you're coming back, trying to bring it to the opposite direction, even if it doesn't go very far. It's almost like you're staying super grounded on the right side in order to open up the left. Good, 3 more. And feeling how the inner thigh gets to work, the outer thigh gets to work. Your core is holding you, your breath is released, your shoulders are down, and yes, you might even find a smile on your face. Good. Last time here. Cool, take another inhale. You're gonna pull that right leg, and then exhale, switch. Inhale, pull, exhale, switch. Now remember, this is not the grip of death, everybody. It's just like a gentle tap of holding and pulling. If you feel like you want to add a little bit of an extra stretch, by all means, go for it. But it's still about the hold more than anything. And the changing of the legs with control, with consistency. Great. Inhale, pull, exhale, switch. Okay, we're going to do 1 more full set. And find our way back into this left leg lifted, shoulders down. And you're opening the right leg along the floor, engaging, coming up back. You're trying to go like slightly beyond the left bum if you can. And if you can't, you can't. 3 more. Happy hips, everyone. 2. Last time, 1. Cool, come back to the center. And inhale, pull, pull, exhale, switch for 5. And 4. Now you'll notice that each time your leg just happily cooperates, right? It gets a little bit longer. You find a little bit more reach. You'll notice how your body is supporting you in new and surprising ways. Good, last time here. Knees come into your center, slowly lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's put the soles of your feet down on the floor. You're gonna reach your arms all the way up. Your palms are coming into that prayer position for me, and we're coming into a bridge, so make sure that your knees are about fist width apart and that your heels aren't too far away. Inhaling here for me, we're lifting the bum, peeling the lower back, the middle back off of the floor and finding our reach. Remember, we're not all the way up here. We have this nice plank position in a diagonal shape. And from here, we're slowly gonna float the left foot off of the floor. And if you feel like you need to put your hands down, please do so. Great, we're slowly lowering the hips down as you stretch up the leg. Exhale, come back, finding that bend. Inhale, slowly lowering down, stretch, exhale back. Cool, 3 more like this. And you'll notice how the shifting of the weight is just being isolated in that right leg, but we're not doing anything with the hips yet. Cool, last time here. Great, let's separate the hands. I want you to reach the left leg out as the arms come behind you. And then you're gonna circle the arms around, knee comes back in. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, engage. Good, 3 more. And that still and steady feeling of just that one leg isolation, allowing that whole left side body to work. And all the way back. Super, palms go all the way back. Slowly put the left foot down on the floor. And let's articulate downwards again. So you're slowly re-snapping your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time, allowing for the whole spine to melt down on the floor. Great, hugging your knees into your chest for a second. Remember, always taking that moment for yourself to stretch out if you need to. You can make circles with your hips. Stretch out your back. Cool. Let's recalibrate. So, soles of your feet on the floor, your knees are about fist width apart, palms are together. Now remember, in this position, the shoulders are still melted down, right? If you feel like your shoulders are coming up, just find another moment to just bring them right back down. Lifting up your hips, your lower back, your middle back, and again, finding that nice, comfortable bridge position and slowly shifting your weight into the left foot so that you can float up the right. Great. Here we go. You're stretching up the right leg as you drop the hips down towards the floor. Exhale, come back up and bend. 4 more times. Slowly lowering on your inhale. Exhale, reach back up. Now remember, you can always put your hands down on the floor if you need more support. Our goal here is to challenge ourselves where we can at this given moment. And that's good enough, whatever that is. Good. 2 more. Last time here. Cool. Take another inhale. And you're going to release the hands as you stretch the arms behind, the leg goes out. Circle it back around. And if you feel like you want to bring the right leg a little bit lower down, you can do that as well. I still want to make sure your hips aren't dropping, right? So if you notice that one hip is dropping, or that you find your whole body is dropping down to the floor, then make it a little bit easier for you. Maybe you just do the legs or just do the arms. Or lift up a tiny bit higher. 2 more. And then your last time here. Excellent, hands go all the way back. Slowly put the right foot down back onto the floor, shifting the weight into both feet. And then noticing how stable you are as you take another inhale and slowly exhale, articulating your spine down on 3, 2, and 1. Great, everybody. Okay, feet come a little bit further apart. Arms go all the way behind you. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders reach. And it's super exciting, and it's time for twisting. Good. Knees come into your tabletop. All right, so we're not working with the ball today, so we're actually going to bring the right foot on top of the left, kind of crossing at the ankles if you can. And we're reaching those legs all the way out as you twist to the right. So the right leg is on top of the left, and you're twisting to the right. You're going to lower the legs down just a little bit, come right back up, and then come back to the center, opening up your knees. So you're giving that little bit of extra butterfly stretch in the middle. Inhaling, stretch and twist. Exhale, lower and lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back. Great, let's do that 6 more times. Finding this nice, consistent pace. Remember, I don't care how low you go down. I care that you control this and that you reach as much as you can, whatever that looks like for this given moment. Even if that means that your knees stay bent a little bit, even if that means that you can't twist super far, it's all good. Good. 3 more. Now the shoulders still stay off of the mat, right? In the beginning, it's off in that. We're doing a shoulder roll, and it takes a bit of time just to find a little bit of extra lift. You do what you can, because that main concept of keeping the back as controlled on the floor as possible is still what we're looking for. Great, back to the center, take a deep breath, put your feet back together. You're gonna slowly lower down towards the center, and lower down towards the floor. And we're gonna hang out here, squeezing and opening for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing please. Bellies go down for 2, and 1. Good, knees come together. I want you to tap down and come up just a little bit. So you're making mini pulses downwards. Good, we've got 5, 4, 3, shoulders down, 2, backs are happy, 1, super. Let's hug ourselves into the middle for our break. So again, if you need to put your head, neck, and shoulders down, go for it. But sometimes just like this active hold is quite nice. Cool, let's do it again. So one hand on top of each other. This time your left foot is going on top of your right. So you stretch out those legs as much as you can, twisting towards the left, lowering down, lifting back up, holding for your inhale, and then exhale, come back. 7 more times. So inhaling, twist, exhale, reweave, bringing all of the ribs back to the center. Inhale, hold, and exhale back. Now, noticing how maybe you can twist more or less on this side. What is your right hip doing? Can you keep this right hip super grounded into the floor? Can you allow for the elbows to stay open? Remember, we're not twisting from the elbows, we're twisting from the belly button. So that feeling is not what I'm looking for, right? I want that nice open wingspan between the right elbow and the left. 3 more to go. Inhaling, twist. Exhale, lower and lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back. If you do find, or I find, that this is like meditative, and we're working, but like that focus that you need to allow to move that body in these particular ways. Aren't you agreeing? Totally, Danny, I totally agree. Back to the center, take a deep breath. Slowly coming down to your nice happy point. Good, and then you're gonna open and close. Happy point meaning your back isn't coming off the floor. You can comfortably hold it, even if it's hard work. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then mini taps down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Knees come into your chest, and now you absolutely may bring your head, neck, and shoulders down. All right, let's give this a try. So your fingertips are gonna come out to the side. You're gonna bring those knees towards the left. Great. And from here, you're stretching out the right leg. We've done this before, but let's try it again. That rainbow with the right leg, you stretch out the left, you bend the right, You lower the left and you find yourself back onto the other side. Now, all of this happens with a sense of ease and control. So inhaling the left leg out. Exhale, lengthen up the left leg. Stretch out the right so you find yourself in the middle first, and then you're bending the left, lengthening over with the right to find yourself back to the other side. And each time you do this, you notice how cool it is that you can shift your weight. Okay, inhaling the right leg out, stretching, exhaling the left out, bending the right, shifting the weight with the left over to the right, and hold it. Great, last time here, inhaling the left one out, exhaling, stretching out the right, finding yourself back into the middle, and then gently shifting your weight over to the other side, and holding. Cool, everyone, let's come back into the middle. Let's stretch out the right leg and then the left for our nice long roll up. So remember, if you need to help yourself up, please do so. Inhaling the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders follow. We lengthen, we reach, and we reach. Good. Your belly comes in, you inhale a little bit more, and then you're gonna exhale, slowly lower down, flexing. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale again. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up. Finding that slow, steady pace, shoulders down, inhale. And then exhale again, reaching forward with the arms as your belly goes down, snapping one vertebrae at a time, looking at the belly to allow for that natural unfolding of the neck. Last time here, keeping the hips grounded. Remember, if your legs come up a tiny bit, that's okay, but the goal is to still try and keep them nice and connected to the floor. Inhaling here, and then exhale, slowly coming on down on 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's come up to a nice tall seated position, and we're gonna come over onto the left side. Yeah, so the fingertips are gonna be outward facing with a little bit more space. So again, your wrist, your armpit, and your hip have like a triangular shape, okay? If you feel like you need more, give yourself more. This bottom leg is gonna stay grounded, the right top leg is gonna go out, and your right hand is gonna come all the way out. Good, we're gonna inhale, shift our weight all the way up for a moment. If you need to adjust, do that, because ideally the arm is gonna be on top. Great, then you're lifting up this right leg. Cool. You're gonna bring the elbow towards the right hip. And now when you get to the top, I actually want you to twist a little bit here. Great, so you're inhaling, opening up, feeling free to move your neck with you. Exhale, twist. So if you feel like holding this right leg is too much for you, please put it down on the floor. Otherwise, see if we can continually just stabilize that right leg to a parallel position. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Good. Hands gonna go behind your head, chest is open, and we're gonna make nice baby circles here. So we're lengthening out again through the toes, noticing how this side body is very lifted, the right armpit is open. You continually breathe. Great, we've got 2 more full breaths. And then last time here. Great, slowly putting that foot down, releasing the arm, and then shifting your weight all the way back down on 3, 2, and 1. Good. So what I want you to notice now is that I want you to shift a little bit so your shoulder still stays open, but you're shifting the whole body towards the direction of your left knee. Your left foot stays on the floor, your right foot stays on the floor for the moment. You're gonna open up in this direction so that you're opening to a sidewards reach and then coming back down. So it's the same movement, we're just opening in a different direction. Good, 3 more to go. Feet are staying on the floor. Good. And 2, just noticing how your spine comes along, how you're allowing your chest to open. Let's do 1 more for fun. And all the way back. Awesome, take a deep breath. You're gonna slowly release, coming in towards the middle. Let's bring the left arm across the right, just kind of giving yourself a little hug. And then bringing the right across the left for another little hug. Cool. And before we go to the other side, I want you to put your hands underneath your knees, sit up a little bit taller, and we're gonna hinge back again. Great, you're gonna bring both knees up towards you a tiny bit. And I want you to imagine that we have a ball. Great, so we're gonna lengthen up the right leg, bringing the ball underneath and coming on back. So again, the left knee stays bent now. The right leg goes long, coming underneath, and then back to the center, right? You're using your imagination. You're basically coming underneath a bent leg and stretching out the opposite one. Inhaling, reach. Exhale back. Good. You can find that a lot of imagination can happen if you just focus on it. Good. One more time on each side. Remember, we're leaning back just to a point of being able to use the belly. There might be a little bit of shaking happening. It happens to the best of us. Reaching, coming on back. And then last time here. Super. Drop your ball. Hands come underneath your knees, open up. And then just give your legs a little bit of a stretch for 3, 2, 1. Back to the center, sit up tall. Cool. Let's try that on the other side. Hopefully my brain remembers. You know what happens with me. One side always looks different than the other. All right, so remember, when we're starting out at this point, I want there to be a little bit of space, but when you shift back into your lifted position, then ideally the shoulder is over that right wrist. All right, so the left leg is long, the right knee is bent, the left arm comes all the way out, and we reach and lift. Great, so we're gonna bring this arm all the way up, and basically we're twisting here, and then unfolding back. Great, so you're inhaling, reaching. And remember, we can find that nice little bit of elbow tap if we want. If you want to bring your neck along with the ride, go for it. If you feel like you don't. 3 more. Reaching and twisting, pushing away with that right arm for 2. You can always float that left leg down if you need it for 1. Good. Hand comes behind your head and we make baby circles here for 5. Now noticing, where are you circling from? Can you use your belly a little bit more to circle, or is it just the leg? 2 more. Last time here. Good, releasing that left foot down, left arm comes up, and then we're sitting back down. So remember, now what's happening is we're shifting just a little bit. The foot stays still stays in the same direction. You can maybe even put the inside of your left foot a little bit further down, and you're coming out at the diagonal to reach, and then coming back. Good, 4 more times, and each time I still want you to see how you can stretch out that side body a tiny bit more. I lied, now 4 more times. Inhale and reach back. Engage the core to find that slow pace downwards. Great, 3, and 2. And remember, the hips only move up because the core allows for it. And last time. Awesome, come back to the center. Right arm comes across this time, giving yourself a little wiggle. Who doesn't love a little wiggle? And then the left arm comes across. All right, here we go again, everyone. Opening up the chest, hinging back just enough. Remember, not up here, all the way down, and not too far back, right? The belly still holds us. We float the feet up for a moment. You grab a hold again of this ball. This time though, everybody, we're gonna twist. What she says, yes. So you're gonna stretch up the left leg, stretch out the right, and twist to the left. And then you're coming back to the center. Let's try that again. Left leg goes on the floor, right leg goes up, and you're twisting. Now, you can always keep the leg of the side to which you're twisting bent if that's more comfortable. And if your legs are also doing something different, that's totally fine. If you can find a little bit of stretch in both legs, go for it. So that inhale, twist and reach, exhale back. Only 1 more time on each side. I love this imaginary ball. Excellent. Drop the ball, hands go underneath, open up and stretch up your legs. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super. Feet come down, open up your chest. And yes, everybody, hinge forward or roll forward, fold forward for a moment. Okay, got a good like 12 minutes left. So coming here onto all fours, let's check out our space. So you're tucking your toes, remember making sure that your knees are underneath your hips. You're opening up, rolling the shoulders back, elbows have that gentle bend in it. And slowly you're gonna bring the right arm to the left shoulder. It's almost like little mini shoulder taps. But I want us to try and do this with minimal movement. So if you were balancing something on your head, that's what I want you to focus on. That's how supported from the center you are. Great. Inhaling, tapping on one side, shifting the weight, exhale the other. Great. One more time on each side. Fantastic. Tucking the toes a little bit more. Inhaling for your preparation. Exhale, hovering your knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretching out the left, stretching out the right. Bringing your bum up just a tiny bit. And then you're going to curl through the center, allowing for that full open plank position, elbows back. Great. From here, you're slowly again lifting up your bum a bit, keeping the heels off the floor, and lifting them up a little bit higher as you curl, articulating the spine, finding your open reach, holding here. Cool. So remember, it's just like a gentle shift back. I'm not looking for a crazy downward dog. I am looking for a nice wave through the spine if possible. 2 more. And kind of noticing how you can shift back and then still lift up the heels a little bit to kind of shift the weight and shift that energetic flow going all the way from the feet out to the top of your head. And your last time here, inhaling back, lifting the heels, coming through the middle, and holding here, elbows back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Knees come back down, untuck your toes and hold. Cool, so the left hand is gonna come underneath the right. We're reaching kind of at a diagonal today. And when you come all the way back to the center, you're stretching out the left leg and the left arm, right leg. So you're coming back to the center, shifting, reaching all the way through the middle, holding. If you feel like the extra leg move isn't where you're at today, you can keep your leg on the floor or just keep your knee on the floor. Good, 2 more. And then your last time here, you're gonna hold it for me. Great, let's put both arms down, focusing on stabilizing through that left leg, and you're gonna bend and stretch here for 5. Now remember what's happening. We're still centered through the middle. You're trying to bring those shoulder blades a little bit closer together, almost as if you were gonna like crack a nut. Good, last 2. And then last one here. Cool, take another inhale. And then slowly bring that foot back down on the floor as we shift the weight a little bit into the left arm and shift underneath with the right, engaging the core, shifting the weight forward, reaching out the right arm and the left leg. Now remember, the goal is still to move slowly and consistently. We're trying to open up our body in all of the possible ways. We're trying to bring movement and space and breath and release. And of course, strength and power. So just see what you need at this given moment. And your last time here. Great, holding for a moment. And then putting the right hand down, readjusting your shifting of the weight if needed. And then you're bending that left knee and stretching it out. So it's almost like you're resisting in towards your bum and then resisting all the way out again. 4 more. Now don't underestimate the power of the lift of the belly, right? So we never just want to isolate, even if we're isolating the movement of one body part, we're still using the core to facilitate the move. Have you noticed how much I love the word facilitate recently? It's a great word. Okay, last time here. Cool, coming back all the way to the center. And now I want us to do those shoulder taps again. And just noticing if it feels different now. Maybe your answer is no. Maybe your answer is yes. Maybe your answer is I have actually no idea. All of those answers are totally fine. It's just about like when you move your bodies in different ways and then go back to your starting move, I often feels like it just feels slightly different. Great, Inhaling here, exhale out. And then your last time. Awesome. Take one hand of the left and bring it forward, one hand of the right, bring it forward. Shift your weight back for a moment. All right. Cool. And from here, you're going to bring your elbows down to the ground and stay into this nice lifted position of the upper body. Bum is facing the ceiling, chest is open, spine is long. Great. So my new favorite thing, pushing these arms all the way up. Great. And then coming on down for me here for 5. I don't know why I love this move so much, but I really do. 4. Remember, you're using the core to hold, but the triceps get to burn. 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Let's add another step. Tucking the toes for me. So you're going to lift on up for me here. Take a deep breath, and then slowly come back down. Hover the knees. Come right back down. So inhaling, push up. Exhale, lower down and hover. And even here, there's like that subtle shift of weight, right? You lift up, and then as your elbows come down, you notice that you can engage the core to lift up the hips. Get 3 more. 2 more. Shoulders still melt down. Awesome. And your last time here. Fantastic, everyone. Shift your weight back and then reach nice and long. Okie dokie. So we're going to do a super quick side series, like really quick. So you're going to give your shoulders a break. You're going to come down either all the way here if that feels good, or you can support your head. And you're going to stretch out this left leg for me. And you're actually going to bring your fingers around the right toe and just give your right leg a little bit of a stretch. So that doesn't mean that the hips are going far away. It just means that you're stacking your hips a tiny bit and just stretching out the leg for a moment. Great, and then slowly release it, bringing your hand behind your head, holding here. And you're going to slowly tap that leg behind and then flex it on up. Good, and then you're going to point the toes in the front and flex it on up. So it's almost like each time at the top you stop and shift direction, slowly going behind, lifting it on up, flexing your feet when you want to, because there is no right or wrong. Noticing that you just did it differently, and that's totally okay. Good, and your last time here, and all the way up. Great, finding your way back onto a parallel position, and just make baby circles here. And then I want you to consistently and slowly bring the baby circles up. And then bring them back down. Great. Last one, inhaling. I really don't like the clock. I just want to keep going. And exhale down. 3, 2, and 1, back to the center. Cool. That was like the quickest side series ever. Now straight away to the other side. But remember, we work everything in different ways. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less. So again, the hips are stacked. You're taking your 2 fingers, wrapping them around your big toe on the left, and just giving that hip a stretch, the leg a stretch, making sure we're not shifting back. We still have that stacked hip feeling. Good, and then slowly bring your hand behind your head as you lower the leg behind you, and then flex it up. Yes, and now we point it down in the front on your inhale, and exhale, flex it up. Remember, if your flex is happening in a different position than mine or a different moment, it's all good. If you feel like you need more support, you can always put your hands on the floor. Otherwise, see what you can do with that stabilization through the belly. Good, last time here. Cool, and finding your way back to your center and recalibrating if you need to with those hips stacking, and then we make baby circles and slowly bring those baby circles back up. Trying to kind of like almost like make a line, like a squiggly line with those toes, and then come back down. Great, and your last full one. Inhale, squiggle up. And then exhale, squiggle down. squeal. I love the words that come out of my mouth during these classes. Great, everyone, come over onto your backs. Tuck your knees into your chest. Great, let's put our hands underneath our knees, feet somewhat up into a tabletop position. Take an inhale, and then exhale, roll yourself up. Cool. Here we go, hinging back, stretching out your legs, releasing if you can for 5, holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's do our quick little seal. Feet together first, knees together first, then you open them up, bring your heels together, hands in your prayer position, dive through, wrap around, open up your chest, belly goes back. 3, 2, 1, remember you only roll to the tips of your shoulder blades, finding your balance as you come up. Good, 3, 2, 1, rolling back. 3, 2, 1, find your balance. And your last time, 3, 2, 1, roll back. And finding your balance. Great, everyone, feet on your floor, hands next to you, shift your weight forward, hang nice and long, just letting your body hang, bending one leg and then the other. Great, and here's where we say yes to everything that fits our vision of what we'd like our life to be, and we actively say no to everything else. And we give ourselves another smiley inhale, and then exhale, slowly roll up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool, last little breaths, and then we call it a day.